go. You want this?
This right here, actually. All right.
Nobody here yet.
See if this jams us up too much.
No. Here we are. Hoobie growing doobies.
All right.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on with YouTube either. We got it. Or
What's
Mr.
up,
did.
guys? How we doing? Happy Friday, everyone.
Thank you.
Woo, we made it.
What's up? What's up?
Boy, let's see if everybody starts trickling in here. What's up, guys?
Yeah, so did we. We had to close it out.
Not sure what
I don't know
happened
what
there. But,
Hi.
Vermonster Grows, what is up?
Finally Friday.
Hey,
Happy Friday, Dirty Cash.
So, how we doing, guys?
I don't know who you are, but let's get lifted.
There we go. Hey.
Cheers, Mr. Lincoln. I am Superfly. What up?
So we've been smoking our vape this week.
Yes. Sup, Superfly. I like that.
And what are you guys smoking? I think, what is that? That's some wedding cake right there.
This is?
Yep.
Ooh, that was a good one. I'm gonna do it again.
What are we smoking, guys? Flower, dabs, vape. What strain we got today?
Hi, Rick Jeffers. Welcome.
What's up, guys? So we are going to just have kind of a chill sesh here. Wanted to get on here, hang out with you guys. You guys know how much we love just sitting and smoking with you guys for our positivity lives. We got a couple things to talk about. We got our we're going to have a Q&A afterwards.
Mr.
We got a
and
little
Mrs. Boof.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're going to announce a giveaway here. Talk a little bit about plants, hopefully.
You know.
Yeah, what
Since
we're all here
bronies.
for.
Yeah.
So, how was everybody's week? Feels like this week is going quick. We got lots of things in the works. We've had talks with Mars Hydro. We're going to be revamping the whole room. Tents, fans. Because we're going to be doing... Yeah, because we're doing all that, we got to take the lights out, put them in. We got one new light coming.
Yes, we got presents over here from Mars Hydro.
Yes, we do. It's like Christmas today.
Maybe I'll take a picture when we're done.
And,
ooh, love you too, WR. Oh, yeah, Big Sexy.
Hey, Big Sexy in the house.
Kevin Herrera and Eddie Evans. What's
up, guys? We are sitting, smoking, vibing, and about to talk to you guys about a giveaway. So, let me ask you guys, what do you guys like most, what we give away? I mean, I feel like the tendency is going to be a light because that's the biggest thing.
Or seeds.
But I think seeds might be some people's favorites. Yeah.
Yes, we like giveaways, guys. We really
nutrients,
like giving back to you.
We're going to start giving away tents here.
Yes.
Maybe about 3 a year, I think. Pretty excited about that. Hey, Joey made it back. What up, dude?
Rasta Jeff Moskers.
Rasta. Boofy boy. All right, let me get this up so I can read this. So, giveaway for you guys, courtesy of Cronk Grow Nutrients. I have a feeling I looked into them a little bit. I think Basement Auto Flowers. I'm not sure if that's who he uses. Cronk Grow. I should know. Or if he just toured the facility or something, but I saw him over there. I was pretty impressed. And So we're giving away a 1 liter bottle of monkey juice. It's a microbial product. So I'm assuming it's similar to Recharge or anything like that, where you're going to be revamping all the microbial life, all the, oh goodness.
Would you?
The fungus in the roots. Somebody help me out here. Microhaze, how do you pronounce that? Stuff like Bigfoot, great white shark, all that good stuff, fungus for the roots. So this is similar to that. I imagine there's a whole bunch of, there you go, Rasta. So there's a whole bunch of microbial life in that.
What's up,
Mycorrhiza. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you, as always. Okay. So yeah, that seems pretty cool. It's going to come with a Mr. Smooth grinder, which actually looks pretty sleek, little black guy. And then we're going to actually have a second prize winner for this giveaway, a $25 gift certificate to Cronk Grow's website over there. You guys can spend it on whatever you want, however you want.
Hey, I think too fast. Dr. Kidney Stoner.
What's up, guys? Doc's here.
Joseph Aqua. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, Chris.
The man with the root beer mouth. What?
He says, you guys are the best.
Hey,
I was like, thank you. Hey, we're just us, though, for real.
You know what? Even if we're not the best, you know what? I'd just be happy with having a place where a bunch of people of like mind could come, not worry about a damn thing, chill, and know it's going to be chill the whole time. So that's what we're here for. Now, the missus sitting behind someone's spread eagle. Huh? Who's what's now?
No, I'm on my chair.
So, we actually got some bud here from the Mrs. Brother. And we've been smoking on that back and forth.
Yes, he's here visiting.
He's here visiting.
Arkansas.
Yeah, and he goes, he goes, what do you say?
We said we were going to go live, and he's like, all right, I'll leave. And he goes, Brother Bud's out. And I was like, yeah, you definitely just tagged your own nickname.
So this is some of his bag seed. He wasn't quite sure what it was in the mix, because what happened was it was outdoor bud. They had a bad storm. He went out there, a whole bunch of branches right towards the end snapped off, laying on the ground. He wasn't sure what's what. Picked it up, hung it up, trimmed it. He had some sour diesel in there. He had some, I can't remember.
I don't remember the rest.
Oh, Blue Dream in there. He had a bunch of bag seed. And it came out good. So that's what we've been smoking on. Fired up some Super Skunk. Sounds delicious. We got that Bloody Skunk going right now. Is Marshall in here? Big Sexy is.
Oh, yeah.
Big Sexy, you saw the picture on Discord. What'd you think?
Hey, we don't hide our faces on Patreon.
Yeah, we don't. In fact, we even go live over there.
With our faces.
So.
Those poor guys over at Patreon.
Yeah.
Huh, Big Sexy?
For the suspense. Yeah. Any recommendations?
From
Ethos.
Well, we got purple tie.
Well, we just grew a purple tie. That's all we can tell you.
Yeah.
Strong plant, happy, hardy plant. She eats fast. She was eating a lot. That's for sure, more than the other. So kind of caught us off guard. But first time running organics, there's going to be learning curves no matter what, and that's okay. And we got a second plant going. I think we just dropped a Patreon video, right?
Yes.
Showing it, and it's going great. It was a little bit. I think we had the formula mixed up a little bit for base, which we've corrected. But one of the plants was able to kind of push through, and she's just a beast. Took the top dress at 4 weeks. And like everything is just right on time, and she's just going, and it's just been water. So, I mean, it's been fun. This is our kind of growing.
Yes, yes. I agree. It's been nice, for real. Ethos is awesome, but we've only had the purple tie.
Right. And we haven't even had a chance to taste it.
Yeah,
So,
we don't know what it tastes like, so
excited to be putting the lights back up where we like them. Excited to be
we gotta help Easy with the Discord.
okay. Okay. Yes, you can actually, so you gotta go into Patreon, link your Discord into your account right on Patreon, and then once that's done, once you go over to Discord, you'll automatically be over to the Discord. So
Thank you.
yeah, the Discord's fun, you guys. We chat back and forth every day. Different problems arise, but everybody's there to help each other. We got a deficiency chat, and now thanks to Big Sexy, we have an edibles chat. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but he didn't invite Mrs. BUDZ to the edible chat.
Oh yeah,
unless I have to add it.
No, yeah, I had to send you an invite to it.
That's all right. I was still talking the other chat like I'm in the edibles chat.
Not a subscriber of the Patreon right here.
Hey, I make the Patreon most of the time. Mister did it today, guys.
She does.
He had to step in.
Yeah, it was funny today.
He had to make jokes.
I did.
I really thought it was funny while I was at work, to be honest.
So,
what's insane, Austin?
So,
we're going too fast.
Rasta, we got to figure out Patreon a little better too. So we're trying to get into the hang of it. And we don't stress about it, because this is all just since we've kind of let go of trying to force things the way we want them with this channel. It's kind of just been. It is what it is, and we're gonna get there when we get there, and hopefully it's sooner rather than later. But really, expectations can really crush you.
Honestly, as soon as we stopped the expectations, more things started happening.
Right.
More wheels started to turn.
Very true. Very true.
The second
when you stop trying to direct it this way, then you see the paths that come along the way, because before you were just tunnel vision straight ahead. And
Heather Marie, come on over to Discord. We can chat.
So yes, edibles. So, yes, edibles. Big Sexy posted a video. Oh my gosh. I hope he's going to let us post his intro. I about died
funny, yes.
laughing.
I was so confused, though. I was like, what is this? It looks so familiar.
Right?
Then Big Sexy.
Oh my gosh. He made this whole intro.
Kinda
Seriously. Came out great. I finally got around to making oil from a few pounds of rosin pucks. Going to dose everyone on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that sounds like a good Thanksgiving. My family would not let us do that.
No. That would be great. You could do it in everything. Thank you, Rasta. Lost in translations here. I hope you got my message, dude. Interested to hear what you're talking about a little more.
You just like to watch us on the TV, Boof.
Yes, he does.
You think we're like, I don't know, famous.
Magical butter changed the game for me. Best investment. Yeah.
Can you make a video on making weed butter? Yes. We are going to make a video on weed butter.
Yeah. Were you here for last week? We have the simplest method. It's simple. Put your crock pot on warm. Put as much butter in that you have trim. You want trim to be loosely right to the top of your butter. So however much butter you're going to need to fill that up so it still moves around, you're good. Leave it on warm. Stir it every 20 minutes for whatever, an hour or two. Strain it, and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
The warmth from the crock pot has decarboxylated the weed and melted all the trichomes off into the butter so that it's bound to the butter. And now you just bounded
bounded
to the
I'm just kidding.
to the butter, you strain it,
Yes.
strain all the plant matter out, and it's good. Yeah. So, magical butter machine sounds great. We got offered one to try it out. We might want to. I don't know. We have the Levo. I like the Levo. It's expensive though. It's more expensive than a magical butter machine. And it's a little bit more high tech, I think, but because you can make adjustments to temperature and duration and all that. But
Levo sounds better.
Yeah, Levo sounds better, but sometimes simplicity is better for the consumer because it's just on off making butter versus all these options. Turn it up, turn it down, accidentally burn or scorch your butter because you didn't really know what you were doing. When if the manufacturer had just made an on and off switch that went exactly to where you wanted it, then you might have been better off. But that said, the Levo machine is kind of mint. I mean, like, it just looks like an appliance sitting on the counter. You literally can activate your herb in there. You can then put your butter in and infuse your butter and then drain it right out from that machine into your storage container.
Easy Auto says, I go overboard. I don't use flour for butter. I use 15 grams of keef instead of 1 pound of butter.
There you go.
I like that idea.
There you go. Yeah. I think actually Rasta K uses keef for his butter too. Yeah, it dispenses. Yeah, there's a like little drip button.
I'm gonna
in there
make another
hold.
video of this Levo.
Yeah,
We've been talking about it, so
let's see. What did we make the first time? The Monster chocolate chip cookies. Oh my gosh, those were delicious.
That was like one of our first lives, wasn't it?
Wrecked.
When we had one of the Monster chocolate chip cookies. So. Yes, just like a cake cup.
Yep. And yeah. So yeah, I do make it strong with keef. You gotta make it strong. That's why we like to, when we say fill it up with,
it doesn't discolor the butter.
The keef doesn't? Oh, I guess that would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make total sense. It's genius.
Well, we have a buddy who's always complaining about the color.
Get the Levo 2 over the original. Yeah, I think we have the Levo 2, right? We have the Levo 2.
I think so.
I think we have the Levo 2. 2 cups of butter and 45 grams of keef. Primo. You know, if you guys got 45 grams of keef.
We should do like an edible video and then like have an edible live where we all cook that video and then eat whatever it is or something similar. And then
try it. Everybody make a specific
1 hour
batch.
after I ate an edible. 4-hour live, just sitting talking because we're all super stoned.
Yeah, I know. Very true.
Yeah, make a video, yeah.
Yes.
Hello from Australia.
You know what we have to do? You know what we have to?
That's exciting.
To do? We have to just make the good old-fashioned pot brownies at this point.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I do that tomorrow?
I need some pot brownies.
You want pot brownies tomorrow?
Sounds good to me.
I don't know. I must be.
Doc, we're coming to Thanksgiving and we're bringing brownies.
We invited ourselves.
So, thank you, Joey.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, dude.
Hi, Ricky Grower. Welcome.
So,
we're talking about edibles.
We are. Well, we figured we would open the floor to you guys, a Q&A. If you guys got any questions, personal, tense.
Hello from the other
edibles.
Round. He speaks my language.
Anything else? From the other round.
I swear I've talked to you over there.
Dude, she does. After this one time, man, she came down. She was like,
Dr. Kidney Stoner this, Dr. Kidney Stoner
he's
that.
important. I don't know. But he's important.
I don't know either, guys.
I did not serve. I'll just say they were from another life.
What?
A very political one.
Oh, your tattoos?
Yeah, someone asked about it. But just part of my path at this point.
That's right. He's marked his canvas.
Dr. Kidney Stoner. I never forget that.
I'll
It's
never
true.
forget that. Yeah.
She floated through the ceiling, poked her head up into whatever realm you're in, and then realized it.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I can't go there right now.
So, do you know much about Nature's Living Soil? No, not too much.
Guys,
So,
have you watched our season when we did Nature's Living Soil? Did I interrupt again?
no, that's okay. No, you're good. She's right. Did you guys see it? So what happened was we had a Pineapple Express. We thought it was a auto. Turned out to be a photo, but we didn't know that being the
beast photo.
Yes.
Our fault though.
Yes. Being the newbies that we were. We just kept it in the tent. We're like,
guys, did you hear that?
yeah, right. Auto flower. Don't hold on. One day it's gonna automatically go into flower, and it was like 6 weeks or something. And somebody's like, "You guys, that might be a photo. Try flipping your lights to 1212."
Yeah.
And so we did, and immediately flowered. But listen, that plant was perfect, pristine, topped, LST'd. It was a beast. That's what we called it.
We still call it the beast. She has no competitors yet.
Because we vegged it out so long, it used up substantially more nutrients in the soil during the initial burn, the veg burn. And then we kept it there. And then because it was so much bigger, it required more food. And then it was a photo period, so it needed to last another month. And it did not turn out well for us. And we didn't really know anything too much about organics at the time. Just somebody suggested that we might want to try it. And they said it might be easier. And you know what? Here's the thing. It might have been easier for us. It actually might have been if it wasn't for just like odd fate with that photo period. Because we were like, all right, that wasn't any easier.
Yeah.
And like now we can look back and kind of understand what happened there. Not to like the letter, but we can see the overall gist of it. Right. And be like, no. So. Anyone in the chat give a family edibles without them? No. My goodness.
No, but I gave Mama BUDZ one once. That was interesting because the snuck extra and she was gone.
Yeah, we told her no. Said just take a quarter. She ate the quarter. And then while we weren't looking, she kind of shrugged her shoulders and went, what could the harm be?
Yeah, what could it hurt?
And she didn't have too much fun.
Yeah, she didn't like going to Mars, guys. Jalapeno cornbread batter?
Ooh.
That sounds
infused?
Good. Yeah, I would assume.
Okay, let's see here. One more doesn't let me.
Grow the blueberry diesel. Then let me see it. She couldn't figure out why she felt so good.
Wow.
That means she took enough.
Just right. I was 17-year-old high schooler.
That's awesome.
He had a good time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my family would flip if they found out we gave them edibles.
So we go live every Friday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Every Friday.
You ran Nature's Living, so
yeah. Yeah, don't you love it when they do that? They eat more than they're supposed to, and then they hate the experience. Well, duh.
Right.
You went for a ride. Anyway.
We are smoking on some
bagweed.
Bag seed.
That's what I meant. My brain actually thought it was right.
Nailed it.
Hello.
Some outdoor that her brother grew, and it was
yes,
from
that's
seed.
How you end up face down on an arc bench for 2 hours.
There you go. Yes. to try living soil, just water only. Dude, it's so... I
It's-
mean, listen, you already have a green thumb.
Yeah.
Right? So you kind of...
Hours.
Well, we had to kind of learn, like... You do. You have to get a feel for it. I'm sorry. You either... And it's going to come at a certain time for you where
What are you
you're
sorry
like...
for?
Well, when you laugh because someone has a green thumb and like we don't, it's like everybody has their own learning pace. That's all. And some people started from early, like, you know, they had a little bit of training from mom and dad or whatever.
Yeah, right.
Happened to do it during whenever, and that's
Buzzy fuzz.
fine. But you do have to buzzy fuzz. You do have to get a feel for it. But once you do, and I feel like the amount of time and energy that goes into like how you do it, and then you switch over to organics, and it is prepare your base soil or your base brew mix, whatever you want to call it. I always want to say living soil, but it's not soil, it's cocoa. And but we put earthworm castings in, and the microbes are in there, and all the food for them, and the organic matter to decompose, and for them to translate that into water-soluble nutrients for our plants to absorb. I mean, it's still very much the same principles behind a living soil, but the actual medium in and of itself isn't breaking down. Yeah, exactly. Living media. Exactly. It's got all that good stuff still in there, but
what's one thing you guys are keen to do after the COVID restrictions are lifted? Unvaccinated people in Australia on the 17th December can't go to bars or retail or do anything.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So, you know, I think for us right now, our biggest thing we want to do is kind of get to a friendlier part of this country that's a little bit more kind to this community. And so really for us, that's what it's about. We're kind of, our entire dynamic is shifting, you guys. And it's so drastic from what we knew and what we expected and what we thought our lives would consist of, that it's kind of like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like you're losing your mind. Like all of this stuff you were told was bad, all of this stuff you were told that, you know, wasn't going to do anything good for you in life, and this and that. And it's turning out to be the opposite of all that. So, be that as it may, when you live in a smaller town, even if it's legal in your state, everybody else still has a certain mind about it. It's not fun when you want to go out and, I don't know, if you guys could go out with 5 or 6 stoners or 5 or 6 people who like to drink, where are you headed? It's all good if your answer is either one. There's no judgment. But for us, I'd like to, I don't even care if it's whatever, but I would like to hang out with stoners. Yeah. It's become such a big part of our life. We enjoy it. It means a lot to us personally. Why wouldn't we want other people in our life that, you don't want to be like choking somebody out with weed smoke who doesn't like it.
Rasta K has a point. It's Friday night, bro. I'm chilling on YouTube, smoke a bong right now.
Right.
That's the point.
Yes. Right.
No judgments. Just chilling here, being stoners in our stoner circle.
Right.
Ooh, I like that, Hoobie. I'm gonna have to see that.
Just for Positivity Friday. You are posted in the Discord.
Yeah.
Ah.
broke out the steamroller. Stoners are such better people.
Who broke out the steamroller? Lost in translation.
Boston.
That's her brother's favorite kind of piece is a steamroller.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I kind of think it's my favorite too sometimes.
So
Then put it right back away.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Here, hold on. I got you, dog.
Steamroller?
I think so.
Brother BUDZ is always getting the good stuff.
And then he bought you this, too.
What, this? He bought this too, guys. I think he's pretty cool. Oh, sugar. I made a mess.
It's a little dirty. It's almost time for a clean on this one. But there, you can take a rip out of that.
Choo-choo.
Oh my gosh, you guys want to get wrecked. Take a rip out of a steamroller. Right to the face. Mess you up. Austin knows.
That's funny.
Austin knows.
All right.
So, there you go. So, silver lining move that place to be much happier. Yes, you don't have to deal with the stress of all that negativity that you know is around you.
Sugar.
And there's certain things we want to do, and we want to where we want to be with local, the local environment. Like, I don't know, if I could get out to the ocean, man, I think I'd be pretty happy.
You know, at the ocean.
Go surfing.
I'm not going surfing though. He traumatized me once. In Hawaii, I almost drowned underwater with a big ass surfboard.
Okay. So when you take surfing lessons and it's your first time, they'll give you the bigger board because it's more sturdy in the water. Like,
finally made it to the show. Eastern
you
Grows.
can balance it better. Eastern Grows, what up? Hey.
I've tried snowboarding too. I'm not very good at that either. I got a pretty bad story for that one too.
Yeah. So, yes, this is awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Let's see. This week's video, we got a little bit of a deficiency. Normally when we run our YouTube videos, we'll run it week to week and we'll show like what's going on either for a time period of a week or every 2 weeks, depending on how we feel like running the season. This one has been kind of just different. We've been kind of going to the benchmarks of either running things with organics or how the plant is responding. So, like our first episode was the base brew, and then it was like veg, and then it was the top dress, and then it was like a little bit, I can't remember. It was
a little deficiency, I think.
Yeah, and then it was another top dress, and then it was like an analogy. Oh yeah, we had lollipopping, then we had LST.
But you're right.
And then so it's kind of different. It's not really going according to a time. So for this video, it's something similar to an update. You good over there? Someone's stoned.
It might have hit me.
Right. Similar to an update, but we kind of ran into an issue. We've been talking about it back and forth about being there too early. So when you're too light, the next feedings come too early. And then if you're light again, God forbid, now you're double too early for the last one. And then you'll run into trouble trying to get through the last few weeks without nutrients in the pot. And then because of the way organics grow or organics operate, it's different. It's not like salts where you can just dump in something and correct it. You literally have to establish your living medium and get it up and running to a plant, a level in which the plant is going to thrive. So, or at least recover for you. So we kind of do like a detailed analysis of what happened in the plant's life with our first run on organics, and then we kind of have a decision to make at the end. So we'll leave that for you guys to see. But we do have that giveaway that we're pretty stoked for.
Oh, I'm really stoned. I read that. What nut line do you use? Newt line.
So we are running Green Sunshine Company's Earth Dust, the base and the boost mixes. We there's something about that first top dress, I think, that's a little important. I'm not sure if the Earthworm Cast. Do we have the journal around here? Let me grab the journal.
Over there. You left this with me, and I'm already super stoned. Whoa! You shook the table.
Sorry about that, guys. All right, let's take a look here.
On a side note, I really don't know what my favorite stage of growing is because I like every stage. I can't pick one. What's your favorite stage?
My favorite stage is veg at the moment. It's the one that I can get through 100% of the time without any issue. Listen, germination is like I know it's going to pop most of the time, but still, if it takes like a day longer, like it's in the back of my head, will it, won't it? But then once it's up, it's up. It's good. I'm good. It's cruising. And then I get my butt to pre-flower just fine. That's going great. But like then you might start seeing issues. Early flower, it starts to get more difficult to balance. But with organics, it's literally like you just have to have enough to get you as far as you want to get, not so much that you burn the plant, and not so little that you fall behind. So you really just got to figure out an amount, because you're going to have your times. You're going to have when you want to top dress, but you just need to know what amount will get you there. And then it'll just become... We'll start to figure it out.
Same Hobie.
What do you say?
He wants to check every hour after germination.
Yes.
I like it when they pop. Yes, that's a good.
And you got to admit, listen, everybody loves a tent in veg because it is the greenest. It is the most lush. You can have an entire canopy spread out.
I agree with you as a photographer.
Yes, spread out in a scrog net and make it look like this magic forest.
However, there's nothing better than a nice rail look. Did you hear me?
Yes. THC rail down to sugar leaf. You're very right. The frostier a plant, see, like the more consistently you start to grow, the farther down the line you get. And then you do start to get excited for end flower, because really that's where the magic is. That's what we're all after. Okay. But if you have plants that aren't as good as you want them to look, or maybe you had trouble somewhere down the line before, or you burnt them, or a little deficiency here, a little deficiency there has turned it so that it's just not as green as you wanted, or whatever. End flower is harder to get to for a lot of people for obvious reasons. So you have the nice, gorgeous plants, but as you get more consistent with growing, it really makes you start to look forward to end flower too, because that's what we're all after.
Yeah.
So
end flower really is the most gorgeous.
Right.
If it's nailed.
Right. If it's nailed. And with organics, you get the fade.
Yeah.
I don't know I think if I remember Rostos, he had a nice fade too, though. So you can do it no matter what. That's for sure. So have we been able to get the new AC Infinity Grow Light? No, we have not. But we are on exclusive sponsorship with Mars Hydro. So Mars Hydro is all we run, and it is all we will run for the considerable future. And we're okay with that because we're a beginner channel. And beginner BUDZ Mars Hydro.
Messiah boy.
Hey, Messiah boy. Is he here?
Yeah, he's Big Worm.
Oh, what up, Big Worm? So, yeah.
Yeah, we are pretty big fans of Mars Hydro.
I do enjoy Mars Hydro's lights for being the fact that they're budget lights. It helps beginners specifically because this is expensive to get into. You can spend a lot of money very quickly. You can go buy a Gorilla tent and a Lux light and whatever, AC Infinity 8-inch fans and Floorflex systems or auto pots, and you can go balls to the wall with environmental control systems and air conditioning and dehumidifiers and all that stuff. But most of us don't have the money for that. Most of us are just lucky to have enough space in the house to stick a tent and enjoy this as a hobby. Okay? So, YouTube videos got me through my first girl. Wow. Good. That actually makes us happy.
Yeah, for real.
Mr. Boof, man, hobby. I crossed my fingers till the end. I'm on my 11th, I think. Yeah. That's awesome. Late flower stresses me. Yeah, but that's where we're all trying to get to, man.
Yep.
That's why we're all trying to get to. Here's the thing. Late flower wouldn't stress any of us if we had a perfect grow up until then. So maybe it's not in flower that's stressing you out. Maybe it's the mistakes you're making in veg,
right,
in pre-flower, in early flower, and then it is just spiraling out of control. His
growing karma is just catching up to him.
No, I'm just saying. Maybe it's actually not end flower you don't like. I'm just saying that these plants are definitely interesting when you start taking a look at the whole picture. So.
Okay, I'm behind.
Let's see, me too. I have a question mark flowering time. Finishes different with different strains without moving them. How can you make that work? Black bags? I have a question mark flowering time. Finishes different with different strains.
I think he's talking about the light, maybe?
So I think he's talking about plants. He has...
I know.
Without moving them, how can you make that work?
I think he's talking about the... I don't know.
Got me, dude.
Anyways.
Right. Growing in my clothes dryer, no room at all. If you're worried about possible pollination.
You too, one dirty, rotten imbecile. What did I just read?
Whoops, it is. Hey, first YouTube live we made. Hey, what's up, you guys? 18.6, I don't see it.
Ooh, hello, cannabis couple. Welcome to the YouTube live.
So, anyways, yeah. Great. Stimulus to start the year, ended up spending over $2,000. Yes, that can happen very quickly. So, with Mars Hydro, I mean, I know a lot of people are like, you could do better than Mars Hydro. We've been told that a million times. And of course, that's 100% true. You guys know that in this world, you get what you pay for. If you want the tippy top of the line, you are going to pay for it. If you don't mind, you will pay for middle of the road. If you can't afford that, you will go to budget series. And if you can't afford that, you will go to bottom of the barrel. You'll go wherever you can. So there's a place for everything, and we can only do what we can with what we got. I just figure, knowing that where we started, putting all of the money that we did into the entire grow, that Mars Hydro was a dang good balance point between budget and quality. So for me, my opinion is that they are top of the line for budget series lights. They do have more expensive lights that will compete with middle of the road lights, like their FCE and their FC series.
But we're all beginners.
But those are much more expensive too. Like I said, you get what you pay for 9 times out of 10.
If you're 9 times out of 10, we're all beginners, or we are calling beginners,
right.
And they're going to want a budget light at first of some sort. They're not going to want to go get the biggest and the best.
Listen,
or they might.
The biggest, you might. Okay, if you've got a good green thumb and you're going into this like you're going to kill it and you got money to blow, go for it.
Right.
But listen, if you're just learning how to grow weed, or if you're just learning how to grow anything, lighter, smaller lights are actually going to work in your favor, because the plants are going to eat slower, the plants are going to grow slower, the plants are going to be smaller, because they don't have as much light to interact with. And of course, everybody wants the biggest lights possible, or the biggest buds possible. There isn't a single person. I have never said
buds possible.
I don't ever hear anybody say, I would just like to get this super awesome healthy plant to finish, right? Because at the end of the day, you could grow an auto in a 1 pound or a 1 gallon pot, start to finish. It's just not going to be very big, right? And that's the same thing with the lights. You can get these big, huge, powerful lights that are going to blow them out of the water. But if you don't know enough to be able to feed the plant, water the plant, feed the plant, control the environment good enough to keep up with how much light that thing is cranking, then you will either burn it, you will go deficient, you will, whatever. Any other way we can screw this up. If you have a smaller light, the plants grow smaller, which means they eat less, which means there's a little bit more wiggle room for you, and things aren't quite as pedal to the metal. So, bigger isn't always better. If you're up to expert mode, then you know you're not going to be using a blurple anyways, right? So, I think it's more of just accepting where you are in the grow level at your level, and then like growing into this as your expertise and knowledge grows. If you're like, hey, there's a real problem with my lights, I need better lights at this point. I'm cranking these lights as hard as I can go, as much as I can do, and I could go more. Then it's time to upgrade the lights. If not, then maybe you're just fine right where you are. Maybe you're noticing, man, if like I had a bit better blue spectrum on these lights, I'd really be killing it in veg or whatever. Then it's about seeing there's a need for an upgrade and an improvement, because that's where you're at in your learning process. So where are you? I think Mars Hydro is great for where we're at. Let's see. 2 Viper Spectra, Mars Hydro. Who do you like more, Joseph? Hit us. Now 2x2, Dr. Katie Stoner. Got it down to the watt. Super efficient. Right? Dr. K. Yes, he does have genetics. Gosh.
Go Mars or go Spider Farmer?
No. See, I don't know where Spider Farmer's at this point. Do they got bar lights yet? I just know that Mars Hydro was quicker to get, and Mars Hydro seems to be ahead of the curve on Spider Farmer, likely just because, for simplicity's sake, that they're a bigger company, therefore they have more money, and they have more money to spend on research and development. It only makes sense. But I think they came out with bar lights before Spider Farmer, and I think they're kind of cruising ahead of them on the quality LEDs they use. So Mars Hydro seems to be a little bit ahead of Spider Farmer to the punch every time they drop something new. But Spider Farmer is definitely a good competitor. Viper Spectra we've heard a lot about, and there's some other ones out there. Bloom Spec, I think.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of new ones popping up all over the place.
A lot.
I noticed the biggest difference when adding UVR, UVA light. Yes. So for us, when we first started, we were growing with Mars Hydro's TS series. So those were the metal ones that had like the slanted sides, right? So just the quantum boards. Quantum, what do they call them? They just had the white and the red diodes. Thank you. So the first time we had anything but those typical the white boards with the white lights and the strips of red diodes or whatever was, I can't remember the name of it. He like tried to make a light company real quick, and it didn't really pan out, I don't think, but it had UV. He's like, this is why my lights are better. And he's like, it has UV on here. And we're like, all the ones we're talking about don't have that. And then we grew a plant under it, and I can't remember what it was. Do you?
I can't remember either. I can see it.
Gosh, I can't. We couldn't believe the difference in trichome production.
It was crazy. Yes. Very
QB boards. Yeah, what's the QB stand for? I'm stoned to the bone, man. Quantum boards? Is it QB?
Oh yeah.
Quantum board. Okay. Thank you, Boofy boy. Spec lights are decent, and there you go. See, I'm telling you guys, like, you can talk brands all you want, but like, we're all in the same ballpark. We all just need lights to grow. They all do pretty much the same thing. Just where are you at?
That roller gotcha.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
I keep yawning now. Mic. I'm so rude.
We like this. This mic's got us far. I would like to upgrade it at this point, though. But we need quite a few upgrades.
What'd someone say about... Oh, yeah, the Yeti.
We need a directional mic for the DSLR.
Yes.
I would like to get us 2 wireless mics for the Patreon videos we've been shooting.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
It's good thinking.
I would like a Shure microphone. Just for a little bit higher quality.
I'd just like another one of these.
I mean, like, for crying out loud, it's been 2 or 3 years. We need a pop filter.
He keeps telling me that. Get a pop filter.
It's like $10, man.
I keep forgetting to get the pop filter, guys.
And then I go see Basement Auto Flowers getting this awesome looking mic and like a control board for his podcast and everything. And it's like,
wow.
Can I play with your toys?
Yeah, this week they'll be like, go get a whatever that pop filter thing is.
Yeah.
Because they'll hear me yelling, remember?
How would you compare the FC3000 to the FC3000? So I'm assuming you're meaning the FC3000 to the FCE3000? Oh, SP. Okay. So the FC3000 is going to be a square light meant for like 3x3. Maybe you can stretch it to a 4x4 grow area, but it's a bar light. So you have even light the goal is to have the most even spread light. So you won't have like one big heavy blotch of light with it just kind of bleeding out to the sides. Now you spread the light out a little bit, and so the light pattern on the floor is a little bit more even. The SP3000, I believe, is the long bar light, so that's best for like a 2x4 foot grow tent, because if you are going to take a look at the light pattern on the bottom, it's going to be very heavy right underneath that bar, and it's going to spread out quickly. So you have a lot of concentrated light in one certain spot, as opposed to the FC series the FCE series, which is the bar lights and has a bunch of thin strips of those, which spread everything out a little bit more, make it even in the tent. That way you have less, bright spots and this and that, where plants do better, and other plants you have to say, oh, I don't want to stick a plant in that corner. That's the dark corner. Nothing ever does well over there, or stretches like crazy, or whatever, Thanks. This is my second run. Good. Dr. Kidney. Oh, Boof is chopping. My gosh, his plants look good. Every time I come back and look at his plants, I say it looks better every run, and then the next one looks even better. I shit you not. Dude is getting.
Isn't that what we keep telling them to do?
Yeah, get better every grow. He is too. When do we top? We don't. We're gonna start, fifth or sixth node is about where we do. We take the first node completely off, and then I think we're gonna chop maybe at the sixth, fifth. Oh no.
Undecided.
Yeah. I guess I'll run or two ought to tell us where we want. Just run one at 6 and one at 5. It wasn't hard.
That's perfect.
When we first decided to when we first started lollipopping, we took the first node off, and then I was like, man, I took the first node off because it was so small. Even the bud on the way end was so small, it wasn't even worth it. It wasn't even coming out into the light, nothing. So we snipped them off, and then the next nodes were like iffy. They were still pretty small, but I knew they were a little bigger than the first ones, but still not sure. So, we did? Snip the second node on one plant. Wrong.
Don't do that.
Don't go too far, Johnson. There's such a thing as too far. Then all of a sudden you just got this donkey dick cola, and you're like, I guess I should have left more to this plant. And that's not how we're going to do it from now on.
Don't do that. If I could put a big don't up there right
now. Future plans of pumping CO2. Not at the moment. Like I said, we want to see a direct need for why we want stuff in the tent. So right now we don't see a direct need for that. So we're not really focused on it. If one day we're so good and we're so bored and there happens to be a sponsor out there that wants to do something so that we can literally run a side-by-side and answer for everybody once and for all if CO2 freaking matters or not. Because, oh my God, how many times you see arguments every time CO2 is brought up.
Someone has a good question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys ever get overstrains, like when you eat too much of one food and don't want it for months?
My gosh. Yes.
We made the mistake of making this at first doing 2 of the same strain.
Oh man.
Like 2 plants of the same strain.
2 plants. It used to be like 4 plants of the same strain. That was too much.
Yeah.
2 was too much. We pretty much get to the end of a plant at this point, and
like, all right, like, what's the next one?
Well, you know what? You kind of like are in the mode, right? You're just kind of doing your thing, but then you're like, all right, either you want to try something else or something else is good and cured, or you're like, let's smoke the last nug of that, go to a different one. Woof. It's like you took a tolerance break. But it's just four's too many. No, it's personal preference.
Yeah,
4 is not
really it's not too much. It's just we need 4 of some other kind too.
Half indica, half sativa.
Yeah, that's our
basement
thing.
Autoflowers. What's up, dude?
We have a bad
We were just talking about you. We're jealous of your microphone.
Indica. Too much indica. So.
And your control board. That was pretty fancy, man.
We were talking about your control board.
What you gotta be showing off like that for? I was about dying though. That story you posted with the mic. Yeah. What's that? You don't hook up to my computer? You're going to cost me more, you son of a bitch? Oh, my God. Was that relevant?
Yes, it is relevant. It's
dude.
hilarious. Good job.
Oh, my God. You son of a bitch. That's been everything.
Like YouTube today.
Get a bigger air conditioner. And then, like, you go back in and you're like, crap, why is my flower tent at 62% humidity all the time now? This isn't going to work.
What?
Goes and buys
Never
$300 dehumidifier now to fix the problem because the lights were too hot. You needed it cooler in there. It's never ending. Never ending. Basement Autoflowers. What nutrient system do you run, buddy? Oh no!
What? Did he answer you?
Like when you hook the. Can't get the camera not to freeze. Like when you hook the mic up and you try to record. I'm guessing. Also stoned.
Wait a second.
Growing for over 30 years. My gosh. That would be fun. Grow outdoor turkey. Going Gaia Green. Okay. He's going Gaia Green. What was he running before, Hoobie? I don't know. We're running a giveaway with Cronk Grow Nutrients. There it is. Cronk Grow, but Gaia Green this run. Might be switching to another company. Very cool, dude. Nice. So Cronk Grow, yeah. That's the only reason I asked was because we went over to their website, saw a couple videos from you, and I was like, is he running this? So very cool. We're giving away a 1 liter bottle of monkey juice. Do you like that? It's microbes and a whole bunch of goodies for them to eat.
Hey, Carl Edward. It's nice to have you here.
Mr. Smooth Grinder, and we got a second place winner. $25 gift certificate to their website, Cronk Grow Nutrients. Spend it on what you want. 2 Durban Poison. We have a Durban Sunrise going right now. Watching from the beginning. Appreciate that, Carl. For real, man.
Monkey juice is the nutrient, right?
Great. All great nutrients. Monkey juice is the microbial product. I can't remember what they call it. Root stimulant. Organic root stimulant, I think. So. Indoor and outdoor. Very cool. 30 years, I bet you can grow some beasts by now. Very cool, man. Yeah, so this week's video is hit a little bit of a bump with the organics. Not a bump, just kind of learning. We went too light, which made us too early for each corresponding top dress, and then we were just way early from the end of the season. So just trying to kind of string it along, figure out the problems, make improvements, and then we got a decision to make. To chop or not to chop. So essentially we just were like, man, do we just keep struggling with this? This isn't how we wanted it to go. This isn't how it's normally going to go. We've already learned a few significant lessons. For one, we need to up our base brew. For two, we need to up the amounts of both our first and second top dress. And then third, we have added in earthworm castings to our base brew. And now this next run we're doing is literally going to answer us the question of, do we need to top dress with these earthworm castings as well? So all we top dressed with the first time this next grow was a little bit of their, actually it's not a little bit, it's a little bit more of their boost solution. But I'm also wondering if a mixture of the base and the boost for the first top dress wouldn't do us some good, simply because the problem we seem to be running into during this grow, if it's all fading, potassium, phosphorus, and nitrogen, it's all fading. If not, it is just one nutrient, and that's nitrogen. So, do we need more of the base solution in our first top dress to kind of get us a little bit more nitrogen in there? Would the earthworm castings maybe do a little bit? That has an NPK of 100. I don't know. We're just going to kind of feel it out and see. So we have the earthworm castings in there from the base brew. I don't know how long that's going to last us, but there's only one way to find out. So we're not changing anything up except for the fact that it got earthworm castings in the beginning. We'll see how far it gets. That'll tell us if we need to do it during the first top dress, or maybe if we need to put a substantial bit more of nitrogen in there, which would mean we would need to add some of that base mix in with the first top dress. So, figuring it all out, starting to piece this puzzle together, it's really just a matter of time. But we're having fun.
The last one was the son of a bitch, 2 weeks longer than the rest.
There you go. 4 different strains and plants in a tent, all with different finish times. What do? I don't know. I would just grow it out, and then when one was finished, I would chop it.
And hang it somewhere else.
Yeah. Put it in wherever you're drying, wherever you're going to dry it. If you want to do your days in darkness, do it in there. Huh?
Nothing. They just said the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll need a separate dry place. Yeah, exactly. So wherever you're drying, stick your plant, make it dark if you want your dry period. If not, water it until the plant's light, like the plant has used up all the water in the pot. Chop it and hang it. The drying process, a lot of that is preference too. If you don't see a reason to change it, you won't know why you're doing things the way you are. So there's a lot of different things people do. The dry period being one of them. Flushing being another. Do you flush? Do you not flush? Do you chop it whenever? Do you chop it when the pot's dry? Do you do the dark period of darkness or not? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, bigger battery. When it comes to organic, your pot size equals battery size. See, that's another thing. Like, if we're going to start to get better with the 3-gallon pots, naturally the next step for us would be 5-gallon, because why not? You can tell the difference in size between plants consistently grown or, grown to a consistent level in a 5-gallon pot versus a 3-gallon pot. The ones in the 5-gallon pots are going to be bigger. More nutrients available to it. It's going to be able to spread its root zone out more, and that just equates to bigger plants. So it'll be obviously very interesting to run a 3-gallon versus a 5-gallon run side by side, just to prove that's the point. But yeah, like I said, smaller plants equates to less food, which, yeah, so work our way up. Start small. Yeah.
Yes, we do like fabric pots.
Yes, do like the fabric pots.
They were a little bit of an adjustment, to be honest.
Yes, starting out, it was a bit of an adjustment because we used to use plastic pots. Yes. So with the plastic pots, it just felt like you could just dump this water in and you would never have an issue. With the fabric pots, you kind of got to like wet down the top a little bit, let it soak down, wet down the top a little more. Let it soak, because if you pour too much up, being that it's a fabric pot, it can just spill off the side. But the fabric pot does seem to let everything down there breathe a little better. We never experienced any issues with root rot or anything like that. But I could see how a newbie who might not know what they're doing could get something like that if they were using a plastic pot as opposed to a fabric pot. Yes, you would stand a much better chance of avoiding that in the fabric pot.
Have a good night, Big Sexy.
Hey, good night, Big Sexy. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. 7-gallon. Small pots and big colas. Yeah, man. It all interacts. If you don't have your environment off or on point, whether that's the light or the humidity or the wind, me and Dr. Kidney Stoner were just talking about wind today. It's all important. You screw up your plants in different ways. Wind, you're going to get bud rot. Your light's too bright or too weak, you're either going to get stretching and lessened yields because you weren't optimizing your system, or they're going to be too bright and they're going to stunt the plants by just being plain old too intense. What else? Humidity. Yeah, that can affect you too in different ways too, because then on top of all of that, all three of those come together and make what's called VPD, and VPD can affect your plants differently too. So whether that's eating or drinking more nutrients than say a different tent with a different VPD level. So then you have to have your nutrients on point to how on point your environment is. And then if you're doing any kind of training, like topping, LST, mainlining, super cropping, whatever you want to do, it all has to match up. The better you can do it to serve the plant, the healthier the plant, the better the yields. Simple as that. But when there's so many different things you can screw up, or so many different things you don't understand why you're doing it, why do you guys put your veg tent at 75 degrees and 60% humidity? That's because of VPD. You're actually optimized. That's an optimized level for the plant, a healthy plant at that stage, to be breathing, exhaling, taking in the light, and releasing moisture through its leaves at the prime ideal rate for that plant at that stage of life.
Thank you, turkey sandwich.
Yes. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Be super ignorant. Who cares? Ignorant.
So are we.
Ignorant has a bad stigma. It has a negative connotation to the word ignorant. Ignorant simply means you don't know something, and there's literally no harm. There's a million things I don't know. What's the difference on whether this one I know or that one you know? Who cares? The main point is that we can move on, grow, and learn together and figure this plan out together. So, thank you, dude. What's up, Wavy Nugs?
Hey, Wavy Nugs.
So yeah, you good, home
Never
slice?
stop learning. I'm stumped.
Yeah.
That's why I shut up.
Yeah. Me too. So thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
It was a good night.
Yeah, I agree, Boof, man. Thank you, man. So we got a fun video for you. A little bit of a juggling match to I don't even know where we got to in the grow, but then we have a question we don't quite answer it in this video, and a giveaway. So excited about all that. The next grow, I forgot I was looking that up for you guys. Such a stoner. Let's see the next grow real quick. I'll just answer this question. October 3rd. There's week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, What's today's date? 12th.
13th, 12th.
It's almost in week 7. So like we're pretty much hitting this how we want. We've fed it the base formula. That made it about 4 weeks. We top dressed it with the updated amount that we wanted. And we are at, that's week 6, day 5. So we're almost at the week 7 mark. And it's looking good. I don't think I have to feed it yet. And so a week after that, and it's like, so we'll see. It's going good. It's going good. Good improvements all around.
Mm-hmm. And of course, if you want more of us while we're not on live, you can come hang out with us on Patreon.
Yep.
We'll be here on Sunday for that video.
The best thing, the thing is, the best thing I think a lot of people here could do is get on the Discord, because it's getting harder and harder to answer everybody that we want to talk to in the DMs.
Right.
Especially when someone comes by and wants to know why this leaf is yellow. The Discord has been a huge help in that literally there's a spot for you to go drop this and everybody's going to come rushing to your
you'll
side.
have answers.
So
quickly.
it is nice over there. Thank you.
We are so high. Glad we can inspire you.
Yes. You know what? We save it for Positivity Live.
Mm-hmm.
Crank it real hard.
Yeah.
But all right. Good video coming up. Let's see. Just dropped a Patreon video. Those of you in here who are from our Patreon, we see most of you.
Yeah.
Head over there, go watch that. Got an update behind the scenes for the current YouTube season. And I think next week for Patreon is going to be an Autopots update. We turned the Autopot system on. So
It's true.
good stuff.
Ain't lying.
No. So make sure you guys swing back on Sunday for that giveaway. And we will talk to you guys on next Positivity Live. Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. See you guys.
Catch you later, guys.
Night, everybody.